Welcome back to Steve's Wacky Ninjutsu Adventures.
You don't mess with Steve.
He messes with you.
Karajan must be close. But we still need to locate him.
For God's sakes, take that hoodie off. It's a stereotype.
Well, I mean, she has it down, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, also, those sneaky developers accommodated for trying to get up there.
No out of bounds.
Here's a new mechanic, the spider dangle.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man.
You could technically do that from the beginning, but they just teach you about it here. Spider dangle actually has quite a few interesting uses later on.
Steer clear of the dogs. They can sniff you out even in the darkness.
Oh, no.
Yep, dogs are the worst. They're not the worst. They're one of the worst enemies of the game. Certainly the worst of the early game, and I'm kind of terrified of them. They can sniff you out really easily. They're sort of their cone of effectiveness. You see that purple cone?
Yeah.
If you're in that for like even a split second,
Dog gonna get you.
yeah, well, they start sniffing you out. Like even there, I had to drop down for a second. And usually they travel with at least one human partner. And the human partner will also become suspicious. There's our 3 seals over there. And one of them is to fill 6 dumpsters with the bodies of guards.
I love these objectives.
Nope, sorry, 5 dumpsters. Excuse me. It's been a while since I recorded this footage.
It's like the developers just said, go fuck them up, Steve.
Oh, it's a sleepy doggy. Unfortunately, we'll have to deal with the dog as well. This is one of the few times where you could use bitch slap in a literal sense. Unfortunately, I kind of get confused here because for some reason I keep thinking that area down there is important, but it's not. It's just an alternate path towards this other area. Also, there's a dumpster there, of course, and these lights keep flickering. That's another gimmick of this area.
Who's out there? He's around here somewhere.
He clearly saw that body. Come on, guy.
What did I see?
And then I think I'm safe, and then I get caught again. It just gets caught in an endless cycle of teasing out this guard.
What am I seeing? You're 15 feet away. It's a ninja with your dead buddy.
The world's worst involuntary wheelbarrow race. Well, that's 3 out of 5. He's coming back just to be sure. Nope, definitely nothing. For some reason, I think there's like something over here, but no, they add like those extra wide barriers to make sure that you can't go up there.
Clever.
Yeah, and that was just an alternate entrance to that other area that I was trying to get to.
They're locking the doors. Try to pick the lock.
Lock picking is pretty easy. You just hold down the B button and wait. Basically, the challenge in lock picking comes primarily from timing it correctly so that you don't get caught while lock picking, as opposed to the actual process of picking locks. It's a pretty simple system. So over here, we have our first Hisomu scroll of the level. But there's a twist. we've got that extra laser over there. It's going to set off an alarm if we trip it. You have to sneak in, grab the Hisomu scroll, and oh no, I almost tripped the wire.
On a starless night, an unkindness of ravens lands along the wall.
That was a close call.
As long as he has a shield to hide behind, I wouldn't take him head on. Try to get behind him, or above him.
Coming from here.
Try to be sneaky, like a ninja.
So those enemies not only have riot shields, but they will also shoot their flare gun at anything they find suspicious. So you can't just use your typical distraction strategies on them. You have to actually stealth kill them properly. There's another dumpster over here. I just gotta wait for that other guy to turn around first. Surprisingly, it's programmed so that when you put a body in a dumpster, it doesn't make any noise. I think we should go another way. Just a hunch.
You may not want to engage that head on.
Yeah, that looked like a very imposing belt-fed machine gun. And over here, we have another challenge room.
Ooh.
This one's actually really fun. It's a timing challenge. Challenge rooms really like to use the insta-kill lasers, I've noticed. Like, even more than boxes or switches. They're really obsessed with the lasers. So we've got these levers around here, and we have to go around and hit specific levers. Well, there's only 2 levers that we have to actually pull, and that's what was blocking access to the Hisomu scroll there.
Drunken, laughing guards spill outside with joy to meet the eyeless faces.
I'm not entirely sure I'm digging this haiku adaptation of The Hobbit, to be honest. Anyway, over here, we've got our upgrade system.
What you buying?
This is the main reward that we get for the honor system. Not only do we have the upgrades, but Aura says something for each upgrade.
These firecrackers are small, but they make just enough noise to grab someone's attention. They're not loud, so be sure to throw them close to whoever you want to distract. Hang on your chain beneath a perch point, and you can grab an enemy right as they walk underneath you. You'll be the hangman and the gallows.
So we're going to grab the hangman's hymn.
Oh.
Your foes are quite oblivious to their surroundings, including what's right under their feet. Hide beneath the grate and wait for your moment, and you can grab them when they least expect it.
The Emperor's Abyss is also really useful. It grabs the Prowling Spider bonus from below or above.
A spinning kick, striking just under the jaw, can knock a man off his feet in the blink of an eye.
Rising Snake isn't especially useful. It's mainly if you get caught. It's a way of stunning an enemy for a longer time, so you can run away.
Gotcha.
So here we have several different costume types. We only have access to one of them, though, at the moment. You have to complete different types of seals. And then there's one costume at the very end, which we can only complete once we complete the DLC campaign. And we also have access to a distraction item and an attack item. We don't have any attack items yet, but we'll get attack items later on. So that's basically our loadout system for this game.
look at all the guards patrolling near that tower.
Look at all of those soft bodies to stick knives into.
And see those antennas on the roof? It must be a communication tower. There could be something inside to help us find Karajan.
Yeah, so that's the other big seal is accessing the communications tower without being detected. Spider Dangle is also really useful if you want to slowly descend into an area without making too much noise, or just like going around your surroundings. But I'm playing a little more cautiously here because I want to try and just on this playthrough I was trying to avoid conflict where I could, at least for these kinds of maps, just to, you know, spice things up a little bit.
Oh, that guy again.
Hey, I heard you were on the Ninja Raid. You bet. Here, I cut a trophy off of one of them. Wanna see?
That guy was playing gun, and he got confused. So here's the payoff for Spider Dangle. We got to use it to turn off the lasers in this room.
Picking up a bogey on the perimeter. Get the count ready to evacuate just in case. Oh, and we left this tracking device in Building 6. You know, the little gizmo that'll find him in case he gets nabbed? Send a man to get it.
That's it. If we get our hands on the tracking device, it'll lead us straight to Karajan.
That Australian guy is actually going to be like a side character that we encounter later on. There are also, like, ravens are a recurring animal theme as well. Ravens can be used as distractions. For instance, here, I'm going to use this pack of ravens that's going to draw everyone's attention. Now, enemies can't drop down, so they have to take the stairs. So, while they're investigating the ravens, I'm just going to sneak down here and pass them. See you later.
Hey, look at this. One of our scouts left behind some equipment.
Ooh, what do we get?
Smoke bombs.
Ninja Vanish.
And it replaces the noisemakers in our inventory.
It can also disrupt their laser beams, letting you sneak right through their traps.
Smoke can also disrupt their laser beams.
It makes sense. Don't question it. Shut up.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
There. He's headed to the tracking device. If we follow him, he'll lead us straight to it.
So, this tailing mission, when you're just playing it casually, it's actually pretty decent. But if you're trying to get all the seals, oh boy, this is a nightmare. So, the dumpster seal is still active. It hasn't been completed yet. Plus, you have to kill all 6 of the courier's guards, as well. It's a certain kind of fun, I guess.
That's a little nerve-wracking.
You have to time everything just right.
Crap. Almost forgot to sign in.
You can buy yourself a little bit of time if you go over here. But so this guy takes a little bit of time logging into the system to go through. But then you have to use this body and throw it into the dumpster. You have a very small window. Oh no! To grab it so that you can throw it into the dumpster, and I almost blew it there. That is always nerve-wracking.
That's a little tight. Yeah.
Yeah, you can see why this mission ruined a lot of takes.
Doggo.
Keep an eye out, okay?
Yeah, thankfully this map is tall enough that you can actually avoid the dog pretty easily. And that lever actually isn't going to get used until a little later. So there's one more of the courier guards to kill.
I'm in. Shutting off the redundant security.
So I just barely managed to get that kill into the light, which ended up sort of messing up my plans a bit. Now, for some reason, the flare gun guards don't shoot their flare guns at bodies they find, only at certain distractions.
Okay.
Also, I got the snare achievement. That's an achievement for luring over a guard with a dead body and then killing them.
The tracking device is in that office, but it's heavily guarded. We'll have to find another way around.
Yeah, this one's pretty simple. You just sneak under the laser there. That activates the switch
Unlock
over
the
there.
grate and then...
Yeah, the flare gun guys are a little inconsistent. We'll let the dog live this time. So yeah, once you hit checkpoints, it refills part of your ammo. Nope, not gonna get anything through there. So, might as well try the other vent. Yeah, and jumping while you're in vents is a little bit faster. Running, obviously, is faster, but it makes noise, and we don't want that. Also, that guard still saw me. Also, it's kind of hard to see, but when you put enemy bodies behind doors there, it makes a little dainty pose. Same thing happens to you when you hide in them. Sort of like, I don't know, pretend you're a statue or something. Also, when the dog is sleeping, you will instantly be alerted if you run over them. Now this one's a little iffy. Also, I really like the animation for climbing up when you're in spider dangle. Look at that.
They really did an amazing job with this.
There he is. Now, you can just kill him and take the device. Or if you're feeling merciful, steal it from him.
So apparently the stealing mechanic was added really late in development. And you can kind of tell because it just uses the same QTE as killing. So this alert doesn't actually count. It's just like a story alert. Like the base is on alert, but they don't actually know where you are. So it doesn't count towards your story, towards your score or anything. Yeah, that was a close call. So yeah, as you can tell, because I'm trying to book it, and they can hear my footsteps as long as there are guards nearby. I really like the feel of this finale set piece here, because it has like all the feel of a big action set piece without actually forcing any combat, which I really appreciate. So this final Hisomu scroll is such a dickish move. You have to throw a smoke bomb in exactly the right place. And then make sure you jump in exactly the right place there. It is so awful.
A thick liquid drips down the silken thread that hangs above a pillow.
I'm betting that ruined some takes.
Yes, it did. And it ruined backup saves too, because every time I because remember it only reads the scroll once. So unfortunately here I wasn't able to find a good splice point, so I just had to restart the checkpoint. So here's an interesting little thing here where you're trying to escape. The game either expects you to either kill all the enemies or traditionally sneak by, but if you time it just right, You can exploit the enemy AI and their obsession with investigating over alerting, and just run straight through.
Good work. Now he can't get away from us.
I still don't know ultimately what the point of that mission was. But whatever, we got full honor out of that, so that was nice. Getting it in one playthrough is really difficult, but very satisfying when you can pull it off.
That seems really satisfying to get through one of those missions like that.
Yeah, though thankfully for any completionists who are not quite as obsessive with getting everything in one playthrough as I am, you do not need to get all of the seals at once in order for it to count. You can do it on multiple playthroughs, which is something that games like Assassin's Creed could learn from.